Hey guys, thanks for coming. Buffalo Muny baseball. The announcement we have today is the first ever Muny AAA sponsored home run derby. It's going to be at Sheridan Park on Saturday, August 13th. It's going to be two divisions, 21 and under, so our high school and college players are going to be having a home run derby at 12, and then approximately 2:30, the open division. All proceeds from the event are going to South Buffalo Baseball, and in honor of Deb Zimmerman. The rest will be a donation in search of cancer research in honor of Max's mom, Deb. That being said, also after the home run derby at Sheridan Park, this is pretty much a free event to everyone. It is going to be the Strictly Hip, Jeremy Hoyle's band playing the hip live for you at 7 p.m. at Sheridan Park. Again, that's Saturday, August 13th. We'll see you there.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to the campus of Erie Community College North. We have a Muny AAA baseball game today between Team Deb and the Diesel. The Diesel is the away team today, and they're leading off with Dawson Bailey, who is the center fielder for this Muny team. Been on this team for a few years now. Frank Wolf with Tom Prince, Francis Beck producing. We got a grounder down to third base side of things, and that's going to be our first out. Tom Prince, this is our first baseball game that we've worked in quite some time, so it's a pleasure to be back working with you once again.
Yeah, it has been a while. We haven't really done any games. It's been a while since we've even got you on a game, period. You've been away from the announcing, and glad to have you back, no doubt about that.
Thanks, Tom. That's going to bring up former Lancaster standout Max Giordano, who is the third baseman wearing number 33 for the Diesel. He sends one back and out of play. And we've got Mario Hall on our center field cam. Francis Beck is producing today, and then Tom and Francis put a whole bunch of stationary cameras out there to capture as much action as we can. And Max will send one into the gap there between short and third, and he's on with a ground ball single that rolls into left field. So the Diesel have a runner on here in the top of the first inning, and that's going to bring up Matt Wiedelspach, who can bring a heavy bat. He's the extra hitter today, wears number 8 for the Diesel, and he's been on this team for almost a decade now. And he's also an athletic trainer, I believe, up at Niagara University, Tom. So he knows Max Giordano,
who is with Niagara University. I was just about to say that. In fact, you'll see stacked in this league of Niagara University players.
Yeah, it's absolutely correct. There's a lot of Purple Eagles up there. Francis Beck, of course, being the Buff State Bengal that he is. I don't know how that sits with him, but they're D3 anyways,
well, they're
right?
Division III, but yeah, they never played against each other.
And that pitch is going to be just high. We do have Rick Antonio mic'd up today for this game. I don't know how much you're going to hear from him. The mic's a little bit out of range. We're testing some new equipment out, but you may pick up the umpire. It's a throw down to second base as Giordano is in safely. So these are the men on second.
I'm going to tell you, today it's going to be very interesting that you don't see a lot of it, but the wind is blowing today. And it's actually at our backs blowing out, and you wonder if that's going to have an impact on this game at all, especially when we have guys that can hit the long ball and really make a damage into the scoreboard.
Well, Tom, that's the WNY Athletics mobile out there in deep center field. I've asked the players kindly if they can avoid that particular area if they're going to go long today. Francis is parked in right field. That's a nice location for a ball to end up on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here at ECC. The wind's blowing, Tom, but it's not really much of a distraction for you or I.
I'm going to tell you, though, if they hit Francis's car, that's a bomb. That is a bomb if they hit that one. You could see that right now. He's swinging. He's got that swing right now, looking to go deep early in this game.
Yeah, Wiedelsbach does have a hammer, like I said. He can hit the ball, and that's Kyle Bell pitching for Team Deb today. And that's going to be inside ball 4. Wiedelsbach will take first, so Diesel will have first and second here, bottom 1 with 1 out.
Looks like it was an off-speed pitch that just didn't finish right there. Inside right there. It almost hit him, in fact, because it didn't move at all.
That'll bring up Nick Jasinski, the DH today, wears 87. Longtime member as well of this Diesel program. And when Jasinski isn't in there, he is a sales rep at Global Wine and Spirits. They have a beautiful new location at Sheridan and Harlem Road where the old Chuck E. Cheese was. Took my son by there the other day, and he didn't understand where the balls were. He wanted to jump onto the balls. Instead, we were diving into a bunch of bottles of wine. And Jasinski sends one out to center field. Catch is made. Runners do not tag up, so they will hold at first and second. That's our second out of the inning.
But you can even see right there the wind having an effect. Did you see how deep that ball went? It looked like it was going to be an easy routine, like barely going to get out there, and it really is holding in the air out there. So I think we're going to see the wind have an effect in this game.
That'll bring up the former St. Mary's of Lancaster product, Mike Wagner. At shortstop, of course. Wagner plays up in Canada on the weekends, mostly Friday and Saturdays. But he's an expectant father. He had a diaper party yesterday at the new Papi Grandes out there downtown on the water. Nice turnout there. Wagner takes a dig at that pitch by Bell and misses.
Mike's also coached with his dad over at St. Mary's a little bit, too. So he's really been given back to that St. Mary's program even after he's left.
Wagner gets a hold of that one, but it's right up to the pitcher, so that's a ground out to, that's a 1-3 to force the end of the inning there, the end of the top half of the first. You're watching Muny AAA Baseball on WNYathletics.com. We're going to take a quick timeout. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Welcome back to ECC North on this wonderful Sunday, July the 10th. We are getting our first Muny AAA baseball game in of the season, and we couldn't ask for a better matchup between Diesel and Team Deb. Team Deb, bottom of the first here, they are the home team. And we're going to get Connor Holman to lead off. He's a former Will North player, now at NCCC. It's Frank Wolf and Tom Prince on your broadcast. Francis Beck producing. Mario Hall is out in center field on a camera. Our only live camera shot today. Rick Antonio is your home plate umpire. It's Eric Saladin out on the base path.
Well, I wouldn't say our only live one, our only Manned one.
Man, better word for it, yes. That's Zach Layton dealing for the Diesel, and he gets in there for strike one, Honan looking. Holman.
So it's pretty neat. We got a pitcher catcher shot 2 different ways for you right now. We can pick up infields from different ways. There's a lot of different angles. I mean, you're talking about 4 different angles we got coming for you for this baseball game.
Now, how about my angle? Would it be very rude of me to ask the umpire to move over a few steps to his right?
I think it may. I think he may get a little disappointed with that. Let's see.
Layton's got a 1-2 count going here on his first batter face. Connor Holman wears number 11. He is the shortstop for Team Deb, wearing their pink jerseys today. And that falls outside for ball 2. In the field for Diesel, that's Layton pitching. It's Tommy Lacongo behind the dish. First baseman is Neil DeMartin. He'll be coming up in the top of the second.
Tommy's a former Orchard Park graduate. He's actually doing a lot of things right now in the Orchard Park Little League to help them out, giving back to the program right there.
Mark DeLeo's at second base, Wagner at short. That's ball 4 for Holman, so Team Deb has their leadoff runner on board here in the bottom of the first. That's going to bring up Justin Urschel, center fielder, and he's a great ball player. You know, he's an MVP candidate, if you ask me, year in, year out, Justin Urschel. And correct me if I'm wrong, where did this young man play his high school ball? I want to say it was either, we're going to have to get, if you're out there in Twitter land, you know, tweet at us at WNY Athletics or at Wolf3328 or at WNY Tom Prince. What is it? What's your Twitter handle again?
Yeah, at WNY and Top Prince.
All right. All I do is hit at WN and you pop right up, so I don't even know the whole thing. But I think Urschel played Clarence. We'll have to double check. If you're watching the broadcast, send us a tweet, send us a text. Let us know where Urschel played his high school ball. Doesn't look like a private school kid to me. Dean Adams is an assistant coach here now with Team Deb. For a while, he was with Orville's. I know he still does some work with that program. And that's a ground ball into left field. So Team Deb has first and second as Layton gives up a hit there. So we have 2 hits on the day, one for Deb and one for Diesel. Going, and that's going to bring up number 31. That's the Williamsville East head coach, Chris Guerin, also a teacher at Will North. I always find it interesting that him and Max are so close. Max, of course, being the head coach at Will North, and Guerin close buddies, but they teach together, but they also coach against each other. That's pretty cool.
And Denman, who's going to be coming up, is the Will South head coach. You got the entire Williamsville coaching staff right here on this team.
I know, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
And actually, Guerin and Max also coached together for a while before Chris went over to Will East.
Layton checks the runner and now delivers. That's inside, a little bit high, and that falls in there for a ball.
And those two, because they get a chance to play similar teams sometimes, you know, especially when they go out of conference and do a lot of their out of conference stuff early. Sometimes you can get some great feedback from the coach to be able to tell you exactly about players' tendencies and teams and what to expect, as Max is about to see them when he gets into conference, but Chris is seeing them before they get into conference play.
And that is another walk for Layton. So we have bases loaded now, 1 down here. No, we don't have an out yet, Tom.
No.
We don't have any
Nope.
outs. Bases loaded. Bottom 1, Denman steps into the batter's box, and as Tom alluded to just a few moments ago, he is the head coach at Williamsville South.
And he just took over there. He was the assistant over at Sweet Home, if I'm correct, before he went over to Will South, and now, getting his opportunity to take over that program, and had some very good players there this year. And I think you're going to see that program get stronger and stronger, too, with the now Denman at the helm.
That's got to make the Williamsville athletic director, Chris Muchika, who oversees all those schools, very happy to know that not only are his coaches, you know, they do very well and produce winners, but they're also very close with one another, and they are giving back, and they're continuing to play and honing their skills. That falls in there for, I believe, the first strike.
Well, especially when they're not afraid to communicate with each other. You know what I mean?
No.
Because that's just going to help your program get stronger and stronger as a whole, like you said, as an entire Williamsville program.
And Denman goes down swinging, so the Diesel have recorded their first out of the afternoon. That'll bring up big 26. That's Jesse Zellner, third baseman for Team Dib. He wears number 26, a right-handed batter. Don't know much about Zellner.
The other thing, too,
big
is
unknown.
we're about to go into the football. You already did a football combine last week. Remember, football, Max is going to be one of the football coaches for Will North. Will North is actually going to be stepping down from the AA division into the A, and we may be having a conversation this year where that may be the strongest division in Western New York, period.
Tom, I don't think there's any doubt when you talk about high school football in the area this season that A is going to be the toughest. You've got potentially 8 to 10 teams that could be fighting for a shot to represent Section 6 on the big stage.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Bennett and Lancaster are going to be the cream of the crop in the double A's. But again, you've only got 5 teams up there. It's tough to say when you've got 2 or 3 of them. You add Orchard Park into that mix, right? That's a better conference, top to bottom, than what we're going to see out of that A conference.
Zellner chases a low and away for strike 3. So 2 outs now on Deb as Alex Seifert, the second baseman, steps in with bases loaded. He's attending Jacksonville University, and his sweetheart brought him back to Western New York. He's married, and he is a newcomer to the area, so let's welcome him. Let's give him a round of applause.
I heard it.
Tom. Thank you very much, Tommy. Jacksonville University. We've got some family down there. We'll have to see if we can dig up any dirt on Mr. Seifert in between innings. What really brought you to Western New York? It's very rare that a Floridian moves up here. It's usually us going down there. Good for him, though.
Still young. Hasn't reached that age to go down to the retirement area.
And that falls in there for a strike.
He's really settled in nice. And if you've noticed, there was
he being Leighton.
Yeah, yep. You could see he's really settled into the game, hitting those corners very nice now. You saw the last strikeout with the off-speed pitch right there that he went with. You can see really getting a command of the zone right now.
And how about the fact that now the hitters are actually starting to chase those inside pitches and outside where they weren't. The first few batters kind of left them there, and they were getting the calls.
And you know what the difference in that is? It's getting ahead in the count, right? You get ahead in the count. Look, we've got a 1-2 count right now. When you get in ahead of the count, that's when the batters will go after those off-speed pitches trying to protect out there.
Bases loaded, 2 strikes here to Seifert. And that's high and outside.
But I like the pitch, right? You change the eye level right here for the batter. Something out. Now you've got still a chance for your pitch. Something off speed right now in the corner. That's exactly where he goes.
That's just another corner side corner pitch there, if you will, on the outside corner that he has to swing at. You know, you got 2 strikes on, you want to stay alive.
Yep. But that was the pitcher's pitch, right? And that's what you do as a batter. You've got to foul off those tough pitches right there.
I was going to ask you, Tom, does Leighton come back with an inside pitch here to kind of throw him off? He doesn't. He goes back to the outside corner and just misses there.
You'll see more pitchers really try to live on the outside corner. And the reason is because unless you are capable of going opposite field, you're going to roll over or pop up that pitch.
Ground
exactly
to second.
there.
Should be a routine play at 2. It is, and that'll end the inning in the threat. As Diesel rebounds from putting 3 on with no outs have 2 strikeouts and then the ground out.
Yeah, let's just talk about that for a second, and or we can even come back and talk about it after commercial.
I'll stay with you, Tom.
Okay, so that outside pitch, Frank. Look at the major leagues today. Even we got the opportunity to go to the AAA game last night and watch some of the game. How many times did you see the shift that was out there?
You put me on the spot. I was
Okay,
doing a
but
lot
I'm
of
not. No,
entertaining
but,
and couldn't watch
okay,
most
so
of the
when
game.
you watch the Red Sox games, how many
Yeah.
times did you see the shift happen? Right, you see it often where they shift 3 players to one side of the field because the player can't go opposite field. Well, on a player like that, I'm going to sit on the outside corner all day on them because on that pitch, you're not going to get the best bat on the ball, and all you're going to do is pop that one up or roll it over as a ground ball. Unless you let that ball travel deeper onto the plate so that you could go opposite field with it, it is going to be an out, 9 times out of 10 right there. So that's why you're going to see pitchers more battle and go to that outside of the plate. Then you will see sometimes go to the inside and go to the power side for some players.
Excellent analysis there by Mr. Tom Prince. And the Diesel will lead off at the top of the second with Neil DeMartin, followed by B.J. Stack, and then Mark DeLeo. That's your first baseman, your right fielder, and your second baseman. Neil DeMartin is a left-handed hitter, wears number 13. And he has been known to show some pop.
I don't think there's a player here that can't pop it out of here, to be honest with you. we got everything coming out now. Look at some of the refreshments coming out over here now, right? They got everything working over here.
Jello shots?
Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
DeMartin pops out the short. That'll bring up B.J. Stack. He's got the no batting glove look, if you notice, Tom. And B.J. obviously does a lot of work with WNYathletics.com, and we got Tom, he's heading over with the Jello shots. I don't know if, this isn't a high school game, Tom, so I think you and I could, yes, sir, thank you very much. God bless you. I mean, did you make these for all of us? That's Max Smarter's father, Eric, who knows how to have a good time at these baseball games. Am I sharing these or am I not sharing these, Tom?
That's your call.
That's up
I
to
know
you guys.
Francis, when he sees something with alcohol in it, he's got to have it. So I know Francis needs to have one of these. I've learned with Francis, if you make it for him and then you give it to him, it's going down, I'm telling you.
We're going to give it a shot here while Stack's up the bat. He sends one up the middle, ground ball, and that's going to get into center field. So Stack reaches on a ground ball single up the middle, and Diesel has a runner on with 1 out here in the top of the second.
And that's textbook right there, what you talk about your players. You always say, especially early in the game, as you're trying to lock in, everything should go up the middle, right? Everything should be driven up the middle like that, straight up. That's when you know that BJ right there has got a good handle on the pitcher right there and is able to do exactly what he's going to want to do in this game.
DeLeo grounds one to first. It's going to get through. His Stack is taking a look at third base. He's on his horse there. He's easily in at third base. Play at second. Zellner calls him out. So DeLeo tried to stretch a ground ball into right field into a double, and it gets nailed at second. Stack safely in at third. So,
and that's Guerin out there in right field. He's saying, "You're not going on me. I'm gonna show you that arm out there." Guerin comes up big from the outfield.
I had the is this lime green? What do you call that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, that's a lime green Jello shot. Went down fine. We'll work our way to the next one in the next inning, perhaps. Tommy Lacongo, the catcher, steps in. We tried to mic him up before the game, but we just don't have the range. He's going to send one out to right field. Guerin is there on his horse. He gets to it, and it falls through.
No, I think that's foul ball. Yeah,
Okay,
it
so
was
it
a
is
foul ball. Yeah, you saw it. It was actually you could see from the angle we were at. It was a foul ball, and he touched it, and his entire body was in foul territory. I'm not sure our camera could go all the way over there. Were you able to pick up that, Francis? So, you could kind of see what it's out there. And we have an angle that's coming right down that line, so you could see that it was a foul ball.
So Lacongo fouled that one off. Stack stays at third. And it looked like the Diesel may have an opportunity to get their first run in there, but as Tom mentioned, the Guerin was just out of bounds and foul territory there.
And he had to run a ways for that. It wasn't like that was close. He really had to go a long distance to try to get to that ball.
From here, Tom, looks like he ran good 25 to 30 yards.
Yeah.
Low in the dirt. That gets away. Stacks on his horse. He gets down, and he's safe at home. There's a pass ball. So the Diesel have a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second with 2 outs. So the Congo gets an RBI the old-fashioned way.
We're going to have to talk to Stack about those wheels, though, huh?
He used to have 4 gears. He's down to 3.5.
But who should I talk? I only got 1 gear now, right?
Hey, whatever gets you from point A to point C. So Diesel has 1 run here, and the Congo check swing there. Doesn't go. We got a 3-1 count now. 2 down here, top 2. Oh, and that was a called strike there.
Bring the full count.
Oh, I saw the Congo. Last time I saw the Congo bat, Tom, was at Battle Creek, Michigan. Home run. Deep left field. And I think that ball is still in the air. So 8th batter here for Diesel. And as you mentioned, Tom, all these guys can go deep. And that one hits the outside corner for strike 3. The Congo is going to argue about that call. He doesn't like it, but he's going to get another shot at it coming up in just a few innings. So after 1.5, heading to the bottom of the second with Team Deb, you're watching WNY Athletics, baseball.com, Muny AAA Baseball. You're watching on WNYathletics.com. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Welcome back to ECC North. We got some Muny AAA baseball action here on WNY Athletics today. Team Deb and the Diesel duking it out. These two teams always seem to, have great games against one another, and we have another really good one here today. Bottom of the second, Diesel has a 1-0 lead as they scored a run in the last inning on a pass ball. Leading the inning off for Team Deb will be their head coach, Max Zimmerman, followed by Matt Francis and then Tommy Anderson. That's the DH, their left fielder, and then their catcher. So we got Zimmerman, Francis, and then Anderson, and it's Layton still pitching for the Diesel. And he got off to a little bit of a rough start in that bottom half of the first, loaded the bases, but worked himself out of that jam, and seems now, Tommy, to be on a bit of a roll. Maybe has that command back that we know he has.
And again, the difference was that first pitch strike. So, you did start off with a ball here. Let's see what happens. See 2 balls. This is where you don't want to get in that zone. This is when problems happen. I'm going to tell you, 2-0 pitch right now. Max Zimmerman is sitting belt-high fastball is what he's looking for, and this is a guy that will drive a ball, a long ways. He can hit still.
As Max almost takes Francis Beck's mustache off with that fouled back and out of play.
Camera held up nice.
You guys are glad I tied this tent down now, aren't you?
Yes.
It's always like a stressful, or we're walking on eggshells when I bring those things out. I can tell you guys are walking on eggshells.
Oh, no, we use them now for our
geez.
cameras.
Frank's got the bungee cords. What's he gonna do? What's he doing with those?
No, we get anxious when you want to help. Period. Set anything up.
Why won't this work? Zimmerman pops another one out of play. It may hit the tent. Lacan goes on the way, and it almost takes my head off. Much to the chagrin of some of our spectators, but I'm still here, alive and well. 2 shots in. Two Jello shots in, I should say. Mostly sugar.
We got a second game today we're going to do. We're going to go to do a triple ABA All-Star game today at Canisius College.
Zimmerman gets on base with ball 4, so Deb has another leadoff hitter reach first. As that brings up Matt Francis, the left fielder today. Francis, his first time up today. You know, he's not even on this roster that, oh, here he is, I'm sorry, the University of Rochester, back in 2011. So Matt Francis gets a shot here with 1 man on, no down. He sends one out to left field, but I believe that's out of play.
Wow. Did you see Trey Drake committed?
I did not.
Trey Drake of Jamestown is just coming through, has committed to North Dakota State University.
Well, that offer came in just last week.
Yep.
Congratulations.
So that's where he's off to.
Congratulations to the 2023 senior at Jamestown High School and his commitment. I saw that offer come in late last week, and we saw him. Francis and I had a chance to speak to him a little bit at the Combine just this past Friday. Throw it on to first base by the Congo as they check Zimmerman was off the bag, but he quickly got back. No outs here, bottom 2, 7-inning game today. Hope you're watching on WNY Athletics, either our Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter channels. Thank you very much. Another ball is fouled back and out of play by Francis. 2 strikes on the batter now, as he looks to stay alive in there. No outs. Nice little group of fans sitting out there in right field. It's a nice day for a baseball game. And I can see one fan is starting to wander in, who's also a coach, Nick Galenti, as he is staggering along the outfield out there, using the fence as a helper. He looks in rough shape, Tom.
How can you tell? He's 400 yards away, or 400 feet away.
Nick looks in rough shape. I don't know. I'm going to guess. What's the plus minus on what time he got home last night or this morning? I'm going to guess Galenti got home between 3 and 4 a.m.
Nick, this isn't me on air right now. I'm talking baseball.
He can hardly walk out there. Thank God he's not suiting up today. Francis struck out. That brings up Tony Anderson, the catcher. We're having a good time here. Tom Prince, always a good time. We don't work enough together.
Telling you, I've been asking for you to come back out.
Anderson is a Canisius College product. Galeni continues to walk in. It's 12:39. I guess he's not going to make it here till 12:50. My guess he's going to have to use the garbage can halfway between center field and here. Who's the guy walking behind him? Just holding him up? Glenny. Oh, he's a beaut. We love Nick. We wanted to mic him up today. Thank God he was late. We didn't have that opportunity. And he checks the swing there, but Saladin on the base pass says, nope, he didn't go. So that falls in for ball. We mic'd up the umpire for today's game, but unfortunately, we don't think we have the range. It's not really picking him up too well. We'll try maybe in an inning or so if we can't fix it. There's a shot out to left field. Left fielder's on his horse, and he gets there and makes the catch just in time. And Zimmerman does not tag up on there, but a great catch there by the left fielder, Ryan Baruti. Is that Baruti out there? Looks like Baruti out there, and also known as Tiger. Yep, Baruti. Known as Tiger. As Glenny is still making his way into the stadium. I got to get off that, right? Give the kid a break. Slow roller down to first base side goes just foul for Bam Ruggiero. Good old Bam Ruggiero is the extra hitter today. He's a 2017 ECC grad. Played his high school ball at Kenmore East. Sorry.
Boy, he's in rare form. I think these Jello shots got to him pretty quick. What do you think?
That's why they don't let him on too many broadcasts here. No longer allowed to do the high school games. Blame the Schmarters. Ruggiero chases that one. It was right down the pipe. Layton is really starting to... He's been pitching well. Zimmerman was the leadoff hitter. He walked. He's at first base. He's retired the next two batters. Zimmerman on the horse. Fouled back. He'll return to first. 2 strikes on Bam Ruggiero. Bam Ruggiero is the last hitter in the lineup. We're going to go to Connor Holman if Ruggiero reaches first here. 2 down here, bottom of the second.
But you can see, you're absolutely correct. He's settled in nice, but every time he has settled in, it's been because of he's gotten early on in the count, gotten the edge to him.
There's a slow roller to short. Third baseman picks it up, whips it over to first, has the catch, but they're going to give him the base. Looks like
they're going to ask for help. They called him safe. Saladin said he was off the base, and then he said, I will go ask for help because the first baseman was so insistent he stayed there. So they're going to talk about it right now, see if Antonio saw anything different behind the dish. Did he hold it? They're going to say he's safe. They say he came off.
Okay. So they stick with the call. And Nick Galeni made it over here. Let's see what time it is. 12:42. What time did I say he'd be here by?
12:50.
Okay, so I was off. Does he look like he was out all night?
No.
Not at all.
He looks great.
He's wearing ski glasses. Those ski sunglasses. That's what you wear when you're skiing, right? He's looking for a cooler. That's great. Okay. Connor Holman now at the plate. Layton delivers high for ball 1. Man at first and second. 2 outs for Team Deb as they trail the Diesel 1-0. And if we can get weather like this for every baseball game here, Tom, make our lives a lot easier.
I think every baseball player in Western New York would love that, right? Especially when we start the high school season when we do, because we started in, absolutely early spring. You're talking about the end of March is when the high school season really begins, and there's some brutal weather that we experience early on there.
There is a shot to left field. Brody can only watch it go, and that is out of here.
No, foul ball.
What?
Yeah, it was foul ball.
Was it? Have Have another of those shots, Wolf. I thought it was gone.
It was over the fence, but it was a foul ball over the fence. But I do want to say, look at the, but this keeps going what we keep talking about here. 2-0 count. Here's a Connor that's sitting looking fastball over the plate, and look at what he does, right? If that's a fair ball, we're talking about a home run and a lead for Team Dead. That's what happens when you fall behind.
So Holman takes a big cut for strike 2. I must have lost the ball somewhere between the time he hit it and where it landed. To me, it looked gone, but I lost it somewhere. I really did. The scoreboard is working out there in left field, Tom.
Yeah. That's why I was able to keep giving you the accounts.
There's another one that's out of play, third base side of things. There is someone warming up in the Diesel dugout. Looks like Manny Alamani is working out there, getting loose.
Well, it's funny, you know, a lot of these guys aren't going to throw tons and tons of pitches, right? So, and even in 2 innings, he's thrown a lot of pitches.
Manny Alamani is an ECC grad, and he's played his baseball here, his junior college ball, right here on this diamond.
You know, think about it, Frank. Both the two guys that are on base right now, right, went full counts alone, right? That's 10 pitches right there just between those two guys that are on the bases.
Correct.
And we're now at a 2-2 count right here.
Layton delivers. Holman gets a hold of that one, but it's right to left field. Baruti is there to make the third out. So that will retire the inning. So we had no hits that inning. A couple of walks, first and second. They leave 2 men. Team Deb leaves 2 men on base. That'll bring us to the top of the third inning, where I believe we're going to see Ryan Baruti and then Dawson Bailey and then Max Giordano. That'll be our next 3 batters up when we return for the top of the third. 1-0 your score. Diesel leads Team Deb. You're watching Muny AAA Baseball on WNYathletics.com.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Baruti leads off the top of the third, grounds out to second base for the first out of the top of the third. Here comes Dawson Bailey for the Diesel. His first time up did not reach base. There's a ground out to short. Bailey is 0 for 1 on the day. He looks at his first pitches outside for ball 1. Some contention still on that play in the last inning where there was a play at first base and a batter thought he was out. Just a little bit of a disagreement with the umpire on the base path, but the home plate umpire agreed with him, and the runner was called safe. Bailey fouls one out down the right field line. And the count is 1-1. One out here, top of the third. Diesel leading Team Deb 1-0. Another one is fouled and out of play down that right field line. Later this afternoon, there's the AAA BA All-Star Game, and Tom Prince will be on a broadcast with Stu Boyer. And I believe that first pitch is 6 p.m., and that game is at Canisius College. It's a 5:30, Tom?
Yeah.
5:30 first pitch out of Canisius College. You'll hear Stu Boyer and Tom Prince.
No, you'll hear Stu Boyer and Dean Adams.
Dean Adams is doing color.
Yes.
What are
I'll
you-
be doing the PA announcing for like I do for the All-Star Game
Okay.
for us in high school.
We'll still be able to pick you up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, listen, you can pick me up probably halfway across the stadium. I'm always so loud, so you know.
Good.
But yes, I'll be on the PA mic announcing the kids as they come up to the plate.
Excellent. Bailey goes down swing. That's going to bring up Max Giordano.
Max, one of the few hits in the game for Diesel.
No surprise there. Max is a very good hitter. He's been successful at every level of athletics he's ever played at, whether it's on a football field or on the baseball diamond. But he does foul this one down the third base line. Third baseman having issues with the sun.
And it's going to be a foul ball
They're gonna
because he
call it
didn't touch it.
foul.
Well, he didn't touch it. Even though it
Okay.
landed in fair territory,
Okay.
it goes out of foul. It goes into foul territory before third base. That's a foul ball.
A bit of a lucky break there for both Max and Deb. That would have been the third
Well, I think
out.
that was definitely not a lucky for Team Deb. That was lucky for Max Giordano
Yes.
because that should have been an out. But now let's see, right? This is what you've got to capitalize. When you get these opportunities like this, you really need to capitalize on them.
That's a pass ball. It gets behind the catcher, Tom Anderson. That's the second pass ball of the afternoon by this combination of Anderson and Bell. And, you know, Tom, it's one of those things, too, where the Diesel could, you know, when you give a batter life like this, it usually ends up in the batter's favor. We'll see what Max does here. He fouls one out.
That's one Max wanted back.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
he, you know, again, 3-1 count. What are you looking for? You're looking for something right over the plate, right belt high, that you can drive. And we know Max can hit the long ball, right? He can go yard. We've seen him do it at every level, too.
That was high. And Max is heading down to first base, which brings up Matt Wheatlischbach. In these parts, he's known as Weeds.
Yep, you can hear it.
Bell delivers, and that's just high and outside. Couldn't get Weeds to chase that one. And Guerin, you see that shift, Tom, you were talking about earlier. Guerin is about 30 yards off that right field line right now. Wheatsbach takes another crack, but that's going to be fouled and out of play.
And when I even talked about that, I meant more even the shifts now that you see in the major leagues where you've got three players from, like on a righty, between second and third base.
Yes.
Like
You
where
don't
they're just loading the side because they're daring you to go to opposite field and they can't do it.
Bell checks the runner at first.
And that's going to be a change as we know next season. The shift is not going to be allowed anymore. So that'll be very, very interesting to see how teams get creative now on a new way.
That's low and inside for ball two. 2-1 count. 2 outs here, top three. Diesel clinging to that 1-0 lead. They got a run in the top of the second on a pass ball. Kyle Bell delivers. Weeds gets wood on that one. It's shallow right. Second baseman's on his tail. He gets there, makes the third out, and retires the side for the Diesel. So, heading to the bottom of the third, Diesel leading 1-0 over Team Deb. We're going to see Justin Urschel, Chris Guerin, and then Travis Denman. That's your 1, 2, 3 hitters. In the bottom of the third, you're watching Muny AAA Baseball on WNYathletics.com.
Our homes have become offices, gyms, schools, and playgrounds. And at Western New York Immediate Care, we know you may need us now more than ever. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care physicians are trained to diagnose and treat most non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. With 5 convenient locations open 7 days a week, help is never far away. Life has changed, but Western New York Immediate Care is still here for you.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Welcome back to ECC North. You're watching Muny AAA Baseball with Team Deb and the Diesel. Frank Wolf, Tom Prince are doing your broadcast for you today. Francis Beck doing a sensational job producing, and Mario Hall is out there manning our center field cam. He looks awake.
He's bearing the elements out there, too, because it's hot out there right now where he is.
Justin Urschel. We didn't find out where he played his high school ball, did we? We're not asking the right questions. We got to figure out where Urschel played his high school ball. I'm sure we will when the time is right. He's looking at a 1-0 count now here. 1-1. Takes a swing and a miss. Francis Beck will be producing that second game as well today, so he's got a long day. He was here, folks, at 9 a.m. by himself. I don't know why in God's green earth he would get here that early when he was out till 3 in the morning last night. He was here at 9 in the morning. Good man, Francis. Falls in there for strike 2, so it's a 1-2 count now to Urschel.
Frank, you actually need to get some credit here because I think you got the college and the high school right. As he went to Mercyhurst for college and Clarence for high school.
All right. Foul ball down the third baseline. I didn't say Mercyhurst.
I thought you did.
No,
okay.
But I didn't know about the Mercyhurst, but I thought it was Clarence.
I thought you said Mercyhurst, too.
You
may have to go back and check it out, right? Listen to the film. We know Nick Calente is going to be checking it out later. I'll tell you that.
God, I hope not. I hope not. I love Nick. You know I love Nick. I honestly, I think he's the timing program had been struggling, Tom, for years and years. And I just thought Nick was the right guy, the right attitude, fun-loving guy. He's going to be able to get down on the players' level. You know, Nick doesn't take himself too seriously, but when it comes to baseball, this is Nick's love. Yep. Nick loves baseball, and being able to give back to those high school kids, I know that's something he's very passionate about. So I wish him the absolute best of luck out there, and he continues to rebuild that program. I think he's the right man for the job.
Nick coached in the prospects organization when I was there, and the kids just love him. I mean, you know that. I mean, because he's a big kid himself, and I mean that in a very sincere, positive way, because he really can get and have some conversations with the kids that some people just can't have, because you need to have this is how you're going to get better, and they know that he truly is there to help them.
Urschel goes down swinging for the inning's first out.
So when he coached the prospects, right, he actually would bring a beach chair and sit in the beach chair out in front of the dugout, and it was one of those beach chairs, the ones that are literally like an inch off the ground, you know what I mean? And he'd sit on there and he'd be coaching right from his beach chair is what he'd be doing.
Oh, I love to hear it. Guerin, the left-hander, steps into the base. Now we're going to do our third jello shot.
And I'll tell you, there's something I want to talk about Chris Guerin here. He took over for a legend, right? He took over for seriously a legend that has an unbelievable amount of victories at Will East, right? That Coach Jerry there had. Very rarely can someone come in and keep the program where it is and keep going in the right direction after that happens. And Chris Guerin has done exactly that and more. I have been thoroughly impressed what Coach Guerin has done with that program, and just think he is truly another great coach that we're talking about that knows how to talk to the players, knows how to get to them and get the most out of them. I love what I've seen from him on the field.
Guerin is another one of those players, coaches.
Brother's a good ball player, too. His brother, I think right now, if I'm correct, is coaching the Niagara Power at one of the age groups right now there.
Guerin is a 3-1 count here. That is going to fall in there for strike. That looked high and outside, but it must have caught that corner. And now Guerin's looking at a full count with one down here and a man on. Nope, no man on.
I'd love to ask both Rick and Eric here that are umpires. You can see right now in the major leagues that high pitch is really getting called more than we've ever seen. When is that pitch going to be a pitch that we're going to see start coming down to all the levels, right? Because I don't think it's really come down to all these levels of baseball yet. But you see it. That high across the letters is a pitch that has come back in baseball that I'd love to see. Is that something the umpires are talking about? And are we going to see that zone open up more and more even at the younger levels? Or I don't want to say younger levels because obviously this is a younger level, but different levels of baseball.
Guerin was walked, so with one down, the Team Deb does have a man on base, and that's going to bring up Travis Denman. Guerin in at second safely. He slid, but didn't realize that Lukongo was unable to hang on to that pitch, so there was no throw down at second. But Team Deb now has a runner in scoring position with one out, trailing Team Diesel 1-0 here in the bottom of the third.
This beagle over here is adorable.
Do we have a camera on the beagle?
See
beagle
how
cam?
cute the dog is.
You
So
pick
I'm
up
thinking maybe in between one of these innings, we should get Eric and Rick over here and ask him that same question. I want to see what's going to happen when we're going to start seeing that start trickle down.
The high pitch?
Yeah. Or those zones just completely open up.
That falls in there for ball. 2-1 count to Denman with Guerin over on second base and one down. Deb trying to get that tying run across the plate. Zellner is up next for Deb. He struck out his first time up. Denman, I can't remember what he did his first time up. I don't have my pen to
Struck
keep
out.
track.
I thought he struck out, yeah.
All right. I think in the next half inning, Mr. Beck is going to find me a pen. We'll see.
You notice it's Mr. Beck who's got to find it, not Mr. Wolf, right?
He said it was in his bag. I don't want to go poking around in his bag. 2-2 count to Denman. He chases a low pitch for strike three. 2 outs now.
Boy, it's been very interesting watching him play. He's gotten into trouble every inning so far where he's had a runner in scoring position in every single inning, but has pitched so far out of it every single time.
So see if Zellner can help out his team there. Wow. Lukango threw all the way down to second as he thought Guerin was taking too big of a lead. Lukango showing off that arm. He can throw it.
Oh,
down.
no doubt about he can throw it.
Very precise. Layton checks the runner and delivers. He gets Zellner to chase that low and outside pitch. For strike one. 1-1 count now with one down here. Two outs here in the bottom of the third. Diesel leading Team Deb 1-0. Major announcement before this game. Tom, we got a chance to hear from the league director and Diesel head coach, Mr. Paul Wolf, letting everyone know about a home run derby they have coming up on August 13th at Sheridan Park. It's an all-day event, open divisions. You got a high school and college division. You got another open division. Anyone can get in there. And Zellner sends one out of play along the left field line. So it's a 2-2 count now to Zellner with the runner on second. But so they got the home run derby on August 13th. They're going to raise money for cancer research. And I think, was it the Southtown Travel League? Did we?
No. Oh, when we.
You said the money's going to go to some Southtown.
Oh, no.
League.
The South Buffalo Baseball League.
South Buffalo Baseball League.
Yep.
Okay, and for cancer research in honor of Team Deb and Max's mom, which I think is pretty cool. But the with full count now here to Zellner, but they're going to have that band Strictly Hip perform. And I know there's a, if you check our Twitter handle later, we'll put the official, program announcement out there so you can see what times things are. And you could register if you want to be a participant in the home run derby. I'd love to have you. Zellner takes first base as he's walked, which gives Team Deb runners at first and second now. I'm just seeing Schmarter's shirt. We got to look at Coach Schmarter's shirt. Has got a picture of Nicolini on it. That's what that is. Alex Seifert steps in now with runners at first and second. They're looking at 2 outs here, trailing by 1. There's one out to center field. Wiedosbach is there to make the catch. So that'll do it for the third inning. Team Diesel leading Team Deb 1-0 here after 3. Coming up for the Diesel next inning, leading off will be Jasinski, Wagner, and DeMartin. That's Nick Jasinski, Mike Wagner, and Neil DeMartin will be leading things off for Team Diesel when we return with the 4th inning. You're watching Muny AAA Baseball on WNY Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just
Welcome back to ECC North. Top of the 4th between Diesel and Team Deb. Nick Jasinski, they call him Jizz here. Number 87, the DH, steps in. He takes a big old cut there, but that's strike 2.
Boy, Frank Wolf is having fun on the play-by-play today.
I don't want to sound like a priest out here, you know. Jizz goes down looking.
So
he did not like that one. That was looked inside. I think he thought that was inside and low, but either way, it's strike 3, as the umpire's not going to change his mind. So that brings in Mike Wagner, left-handed batter.
So, Frank, at the half inning, I'm going to go out on the field.
I'm hearing this rumor.
Right? I'm going out in the field at the end of the half inning. And that question I just posed to you that says we've seen the strike zone open up in Major League Baseball, right? We've seen that high strike rate come out. We've seen the zone open up. Is that something we're going to start seeing now drop to other forms of baseball? And that's a question that'll be asked of these two umpires.
You got to ask yourself, Tom, are they using it in the Savannah Banana League?
But I'll tell you, it is interesting though, because you know that we're
Hang on, real quick. We're being interrupted. Mr. Schmarter coming back over with some shots, which we're gladly going to take. Is that a picture of Nick Galeni on your shirt? That is. It's been confirmed. The rumor is no longer. Francis, are you doing a Jello shot? Murray's, COVID, Marky Mark, Diesel Creek. I'll do one. Oh, please, I can't. This is not for programming. He stole that from us. Wagner on his way down to first as he is walked by Kyle Bell. That's going to bring up number 13. Neil DeMartin, thank you very much for those Jello shots. They're going down nicely.
Listen, Western New York, if you haven't actually just sit and laugh during a baseball game, I go, you have to be right now listening to this broadcast.
We try not to take it too seriously. We don't take ourselves that seriously. Well, there's a lot of people coming to this game. There's a tent.
Well, they're having a party after this game.
Are they?
Yeah. Oh, trust me, they're having like a barbecue party after this game.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Were we invited?
Well, I don't know if we have time.
They're putting a tent up behind me.
Because, like you said, we've got to be out and get ready for another game later.
Yeah. I hope they have weights for that thing. Do you have weights in your truck?
I have 2 weights, yeah, but they should have
Martin pokes one, but that is foul and out of play. He does have a runner at first. There's one down here. Counts 1-1. You're stepping on my cord, Mr. Quince. Thank you very much. What a guy. DeMartin's another left-handed hitter. He's got Wagner down at first. He's got some wheels on him, Tom. I'm surprised he's not down at second base already. As Bell takes a look at, checks first base to keep Wagner honest. I'm wondering if that third base coach is going to send Wagner, who is, again, one of their speedier guys on the base path and a very good runner. Good student of the game. Of course, his father's the coach at St. Mary's of Lancaster, Tom, as you spoke about earlier. Mike does a little bit of coaching with his dad.
And I have a feeling you know who's coaching third base right now, whether he's going to send him or not. Isn't there something you guys should know that right together? You know the game so well with each other.
He knows the game.
Aren't you in tune with each other like that? You should be able to go, you know?
No, because the other day we put a press release out, a media advisory that we're going to have a press conference at 10:30, and I told him about it, and I told him that Channel 4 was going to be here, only to find out this morning on the way in, you and Francis got a message that the press conference was moved to noon, which is the actual start of the game. DeMartin heads on down to first as he's walked on a full count. And that'll bring up B.J. Stack, who hit safely in the first inning, a ground ball up the.
He's the run of the game right now.
And he did score on a pass ball earlier. So 3 left-handed hitters up, bing, bang, boom, Tom. That's not common.
We actually saw it this year, if you remember, when we did Orchard Park this year. Orchard Park brought 6 of the 7 first batters to the plate were lefties.
Wow.
It was insane. Like, people couldn't believe how many lefties were coming up to the plate.
What's Sen doing over there?
He's grooming them. He's grooming the lefties is what he's doing.
Stack.
But this is the first time we've seen it right now pitching here on Team Deb's side, right, struggling with the zone. And that has been, so far, what's been the strength for Team Deb in this game.
First and second for Stack. There's one out. He's looking at 1-1 count now after Ball delivers a perfectly thrown ball there down the middle for strike one. It's 1-1 here.
Nice off-speed pitch. You see drop right into the zone right there. You wonder if he's going to go back to it again, more comfortable with the off-speed. But doesn't. Fastball.
Fastball. Stack just couldn't wrap his arms around that one. So he's looking at a 1-2 count. BJ, of course, does a lot of our camera work for WNY Athletics. You'll see him out in the football season and a couple of gymnasiums for volleyball, and probably even do some field hockey and soccer for us.
This is going to be an outside pitch. Try to roll it over. That's exactly what they were looking for right there.
Stack gets under it. Wagner's held at third, so they'll have first, second, and third with one out as Stack goes opposite field.
But that's what we talked about right there, right? Outside pitch, roll over, get the ground ball you're looking for. Unfortunately, it takes a beautiful hop that's in favor of BJ right there. Gets to the outfield, but that's what you want. You want a double play ground ball is what you're looking for. And to do that is get that outside pitch. Textbook of exactly what we were talking about earlier in this game.
Last time DeLeo was up, he had a ground ball down to first base. An error went right through the first baseman's legs into right field, but he was thrown out at second trying to stretch I guess you could say single into a double. Easy way to put it.
Hey, let's talk about today, right? Frewsburg right now is on fire, as you're going to see right now. Connor Gray of Frewsburg take the mound at Bison's and the Bison's game at Salen's Field as he is pitching for the Syracuse Mets today and former Frewsburg player right there. So again, one of our own right now doing its thing. That is incredible. We got to be pumped right now for one of our own here in Western New York. And make sure if you're at that game, support him also.
So DeLeo fouls one back and out of play. There must be some kind of party going on here, Tom. All these Diesel games is a party-like atmosphere. You got a guy like Galeni running around.
Well, when he came in with the whole coolers and everything, so I'm short and he wasn't staggering.
Walking gingerly. That's just his walk. DeLeo looks at another high ball, so now he's looking at, I believe, a 3-1 count.
This says 2-1 up
2-1
on the
scoreboard. Is that Galeni keeping score? 2-1. One down. Bases loaded. Diesel has Deb on their heels right now as they're already trailing 1-0, looking to add to that. DeLeo thought about that one, but leaves it up there. Now he's looking at 3-1.
No place to put him. Now you're going to have to deliver the strike. This is where I'm looking. Belt high fastball. You're looking to drive something into the gaps right here is what you're looking to do.
And DeLeo couldn't catch up to that one, so now it's a full count, Tom. Now you can think about going a little bit off, on that outside corner, inside corner.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still looking to sit on that corner because I'm trying to get a double play. I want to get that ground ball is what I'm trying to do. There it is. That's that outside just high, though.
Just missed it. So a run will come across. That's Wagner comes home. He walked to start this inning.
Are they going to nickname him Stash? He looks like Carpenter of the Yankees right now. Have you seen him?
Are you seriously asking me that question?
Yeah, well, you obviously watched the Red Sox games this weekend, so
I didn't.
So you can't say that. They're playing this weekend.
I'm on strike.
Yeah, I'd be on strike with the playing like that too.
Lacan goes back up. He also has bases loaded. One down here. He does have the game's only. Well, he has an RBI earlier from the pass ball. It was credited to Lacango, who did strike out his first time up. And that's Ryan Broody, who's on deck in the batter's box right now. Lacango, that fell inside, but it's called strike.
He didn't like that one. He didn't like the. Remember, he got called on strikes earlier in the game. Didn't like the call right there. Yeah, I think he's shaking his head. Oh, no, he's shaking his head. I was going to say, I wonder if he already got wind of your broadcast.
Oh. Lacango was looking back at the up. Are you sure that wasn't over the play? Lacango was brushed back a little bit there. So now we're looking at a 2-2 count one out. Diesel have a 2-0 lead now. That's outside for ball 3. So we have a full count now here to Lukango with bases loaded. One down. Diesel has a 2-0 lead.
Team Deb is warming somebody up right now. Won't be surprised if this is his last batter.
Lukango got wood on that one, but he's going to send that down the left field line and out of play. Crowd's picking up here. More.
I think
people
this
are
is
filling
Austin.
in.
I think Austin Mann is who is warming up right now in the bullpen.
Former Will North standout football player, too. Mann was just a very, very good high school athlete in his day, which wasn't long ago. Full count to Lukango. One down. Bell has the pitch and delivers. And that's low for ball 4, so another run comes across for Diesel as they add to their lead. Neil DeMartin comes home. And it's a 3-0 lead now for Team Diesel here in the top of the 4th inning. And Tiger, Ryan Brody, another left-hander, steps into the box.
This has got to be right now trying to get time for their pitcher to get warmed up over here. Yeah. Oh.
Brody
No, they're going to stick with him. I thought, I mean, obviously he's struggling with the zone right now, right? And you just wonder, I mean, one of these batters, if he doesn't get him out, it's got to be his last batter right here.
10th batter of the lineup is Baruti. So we're going to go to the top of the lineup here with Dawson Bailey, who's in the batter's box, followed by Giordano, and there's some real muscle there, Tom. So
Yeah,
this probably is his last batter.
Where he's missing is high.
base.
When he misses, it's been high every single time. So this will be the infield fly roll, in fact.
So Baruti's retired. He flies out to the second baseman, Zellner. And that'll bring up the top of the order and Dawson Bailey. And Dawson Bailey can hit bombs too, Tom, like we've talked. There really isn't anyone here incapable of clearing these fences. I don't have the left field marker, Tom. And actually, I don't have
There's
the
no
second,
markers on this field.
But from years ago, from doing games here, I believe that's 325 to center. Bailey grounds one into the gap. It's short, picked up by the third baseman. Easy throw to first to end the inning. So that'll end the bases loaded threat there for Team Deb. All right, for the Team Diesel, they will take a 3-0 lead here into the bottom half of the 4th inning as Team Deb will now come to the plate and try to get back into this game. Tom Prince is heading out to the field as he is going to have a quick little interview with a couple of our 2 umpires today, Eric Saladin and and the Diesel will have a new pitcher to start their inning, Manny Alamani, coming up. So there's Tom Prince, and he is with our umpires.
Yes.
Wait.
Right.
Apologize for those technical difficulties there. We're going to try and get those fixed and maybe try again in the next half inning. There has been a pitching change. Erie Community College great Manny Alamani has taken the mound for the Diesel. And he's an electrifying pitcher. He's got some real power, right-handed pitcher. He can really throw that fastball. That's his meat and potatoes right there. And he will be facing, it looks like Max Zimmerman will be the leadoff hitter for Team Deb when they come to the plate. So they trail the Diesel 3-0 here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. And again, it's Manny Alamani who is back on the mound, or who is now on the mound for the Diesel.
So I hear we had a problem with the mic, so let me explain exactly what both umpires said about the kind of the strike zones. So Rick behind the plate actually says, Tom, I think we already are seeing it drop down to lower levels. What you're seeing up at the major league levels, he said, is that, yes, you're coming higher in the strike zone, but he feels like it's shrinking from left to right in the strike zone. So what's happening is it really is the same area of the zone. It's just where in the zone it's increasing and decreasing is what he said. And then Eric, when we got a chance to talk to him, says, hey, listen, I think right now the biggest thing and the most important thing as an umpire is that to make sure that you're consistent. Because if you're consistent out there, you won't hear a word from anybody out there just because you're calling a consistent game and you're doing the same thing over and over so that they can expect, if I throw a ball here, I can expect that's going to be a strike. So great answers from both guys, and love to be able to see it just because as you're trying to evolve or you watch different levels of baseball, especially as people like us that are fans of the game, you get an opportunity to really see what the difference is and what's going on at every level of baseball.
Zimmerman gets wood on that one. Wagner's there at short to make the first out. So Alamani retires the first batter on a ground ball is short, a 6-3 in your scorebook, and that'll bring up number 7 for Team Deb.
And by the way, I just saw Coach Wags, and that was Coach Wagner that was over here just a minute ago. Mike's dad, Coach of St. Mary's, is here watching the game.
Where is he?
He's over this way.
Where did he go?
He went over that way.
Okay. You know, you're a dad, Tom. You still watch your kids play.
Absolutely. I'm not just saying this. He's here. I see Jake Hartford's over here too, which is another one of our cameramen that's helped us out so many times. Another great baseball player. You see him get on the mound. You know, a former guy from down in the southern tier. He's actually another one along with Lukongo helping out in the Orchard Park program right now, trying to really help some of the youth that's out there.
There was a 4-3 ground ball play there for Francis. Brings up the catcher, Tom Anderson, number 29. So Alamani has gotten the first two batters to hit into ground balls for the first two outs. Is this Alamani's moving the batters along here, isn't he? He's only thrown about 6 pitches so far.
Well, that's what you want. Throw strikes. Listen, any coach will say, I need my pitcher to throw strikes, period. Let the defense do its thing.
Doing a good job. He's got a count of 1-1 now on Anderson.
And you looked at it, the first ground ball, Coach Wagner over there, over at short, does a great play right in the hole, backhands it, and comes up with one of the outs.
And that's Alamani gets underneath that one for the third out of the inning. Is 3 up, 3 down for Deb. They are unable to put any runners on base. They trail Diesel 3-0 here, heading to the top of the 5th inning. You're watching Muny AAA Baseball on WNYathletics.com.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Welcome back to ECC North for today's Muny AAA baseball game between Team Deb and the Diesel. The Diesel are the away team today. They're coming to the plate, top of 5. They have a 3-0 lead over Team Deb, and we're going to see Max Giordano lead things off, followed by Matt Wiedelspach and then Nick Jasinski. So it's 2-3-4 in the lineup as Giordano steps to the plate. And so far, it's been a pretty good game, Tom, for the most part. I mean, Deb had basically one bad inning last inning, and it was just a couple of pass balls and some walks, some plates across, but not giving up a lot of hits, either team.
No, I mean, actually, he was pitching a gem until that last inning, when you actually looked at it. But really, his team Deb hasn't been able to capitalize on their opportunities versus Diesel has, right?
Yeah.
Diesel gets a runner in the scoring position, gets that one run early, gets the 2 runs last inning, but have capitalized on their opportunities.
Austin Mann is now dealing for Team Deb, and he is a former Will North athlete. Played for Coach Zimmerman when he was a Spartan. Also a pretty good football player in his day, running back. And these two guys have faced each other before on the football field and on the baseball diamond. Giordano and Mann, these two guys going at it. Giordano follows one back again, so we've got an 0-2 count now. He is a leadoff hitter for Team Diesel. Protecting a 3-0 lead here. Giordano, 0-2 count. Mann delivers. That's low for ball 1. We do have our home plate umpire mic'd up, but we're just not getting any feedback, unfortunately. So we have to upgrade that equipment, Tom, you think? Probably.
We may just need to look at it. It's we're bringing back some equipment as we haven't used in a while, so we just may need to take a quick and do some more testing on it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Top 5. 3 balls now. Full count to Giordano. See my buddy Mario Hall out there in center field on that center field cam. Francis Beck is producing your game today. Frank Wolf, Tom Prince on the broadcast. Giordano, that was high and inside, but he takes a cut and fouls that out of play to stay alive here. And you almost have to swing at that pitch because he's been calling it a strike.
Especially with 2 strikes.
Yep.
Right? You're protecting right now. So what you do is you foul off those tough pitches so you live for the next one.
And Giordano fouls another one off.
That's that outside pitch right there you saw, right? The rollover is exactly what you saw right there.
Wiedelspach in the on-deck circle. Mann delivers. Hard ground ball to shortstop. Easy throw to first for a routine play there as Giordano is out.
That's the nice charity hop as it comes up, right? Kicks up off the lip of the grass, right into the shortstop. Doesn't even need to bend over on that one and be able to toss it right over to first base.
That'll bring up Wiedelspach. Center. Oh, and that hit him. No, that's Dawson Bailey in center field. I referenced to Guido Spock earlier, but it's actually Dawson Bailey in center field, not Guido Spock, as he takes first base after being hit by pitch. So the Diesel do have a base runner here, top of 5 with 1 out. That'll bring up Nick Jasinski, who's looking at 0 for 2 on today. He's got power if he can get a hold of one here, and he steps in to face Austin Mann for the first time.
So to go to Michigan, where, Battle Creek, where they play the World Series out there, is it still 2 different bids that will come out of the Muny?
Well, I am under the impression they have an automatic bid. The Diesel does.
Okay.
So there will be another team heading out there, and it'll most likely could be the Team Deb.
Well, you've got Orchard Park Sox that are another
Orchard
good
Park
team
Sox,
that's in this.
Sean Gavigan's team.
Yeah.
And there's one more team. It's escaping me right now. But Team Deb could be a front runner for that other spot there. But you still want to win out, Tom.
Oh,
You still
absolutely.
wanna
Oh,
win
no,
out.
no. And Team Deb and Muny both represented last year, if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
I know the toughest part is really to keep your teams intact when it's that late in the season. And I know there are a couple rules where they could pick up players from other teams that didn't get there. And I know both teams usually are the thing they're looking at is what pitchers can we add into these rosters, because you need as much pitching as possible when you go off to try to win a national championship.
Jasinski, a 3-1 count here with 1 down.
There was talk at one time, wasn't your brother trying to get the World Series here at one point?
We did have it here.
Okay.
We had it at
Right. Oh, he's talking about bringing
Stadium.
it back is what he was talking about.
Yeah, it'd be nice. They play at C.O. Brown Field out there in Battle Creek, and I want to say they're there for at least another 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
In fact, last time I was there, I bought some merchandise, and I walked away from the table, leaving the bag on the table.
Oh, jeez.
So if I go, I don't think I'm going to make it out there this year, unfortunately, due to a conflict, but it's a nice opportunity to see some really good baseball. Jasinski sends one out to right field. Guerin is there. He gets underneath it for the inning's second out. That'll bring up Mike Wagner. And the Diesel dugout as their jukebox going. I love it.
This could be the flattest though I've ever seen this dugout.
I know.
Normally that dugout is raring over there, and it is very quiet over there for a Diesel dugout.
Well, Glennie waddled in here at 3 innings late.
Here we go.
So Wagner's up with 2 down and a man on first. Two-0 count to Wagner. Runner on first, 2 down here. Top 5 fouled and back and out of play. Just to the left of me. Safely protected by this fence. Not from you, though.
What a gorgeous day, though. It really is.
2-1 count. Mann delivers. That's outside for ball 3. So a 3-1 count now.
You could be joining us by the pool today. You could be outside. I mean, it is just an absolute great day.
You can watch this game from anywhere in these days. You get your phone out, your tablets, your iPads, laptops, computers, your TVs at home.
Yeah. Smart TVs. You throw YouTube up, go to Western New York Athletics, you can watch your game.
Takes 10 seconds to set up, folks.
Yeah. See the 4 different angles we got going here on our cameras.
Something to be proud of. Full count to Wagner. 2 down here. Top 5. Man on first. Mann has his pitch. Delivers. Outside for ball 4. So Wagner will head on down to first base for the 3rd time this afternoon. He scored the 2nd run of the game last inning. And that brings up B.J. Stack. Another lefty. Nope, I'm sorry. That brings up Neil DeMartin. Getting ahead of myself there. The first baseman comes to the plate with first and second and 2 outs. Austin Mann started this inning for Team Deb. Well, if you let these Jello shots sit out for a few minutes, they become shots, not just Jello. If we have 1 ball, no strikes on DeMartin here with 2 outs. That misses the outside corner for ball 2. Tommy, it's the AAA BA All-Star game tonight. Why don't you give us a little bit of information on that game? People could tune in at 5:30 today, but who's playing? Who's actually playing in that game?
So they're calling it a north-south.
Ground ball to second base for the 3rd out. Team Deb gets themselves out of a jam. They're coming up in the bottom of the 5th. We're going to stay right here. We're not going to go to a commercial. We'll let Tom talk about the AAA BA. But it's a 3-0 game here. Diesel leading Team Deb. Middle of the 5th inning here. And Tom, the AAA BA All-Star game. Now, tonight, it's being played at Canisius College. It's a 5:30 first pitch. And what's the makeup of the players? Who's coaching in it? Give us some feedback.
So the makeup is actually going to be like, here's the North team. It's representative of 3 teams. Royal Printing, East Coast Orvilles, and Procore are the 3 teams it makes up. Your roster consists of the following: Matt Carden, Ryan Voigt, Nick Schultz, Max Graves, that's a Will South player, as we've been referencing Will South, Ty Johnson, Dylan Morehouse, Chris Vancheri, Adam Ranke, Kyle Borello, Mike Stelrek, Will East player right there, Victor Mazzara, Canisius player, Sean Romanowski, Austin Romanowski, the 2
Sweet
twins from Sweet Home, yep, Santino Torello.
St. Joe's?
Yep. Connor McKendry and Andrew Stabluski. Yep. All those last 3 were St. Joe's. We also talked about Kyle Borello, who's a Hamburg player, Adam Ranke, who's a Star Point player, Chris Vancheri, which is a Silver Creek player. You've got Dylan Morehouse, Williamsville East, Ty Johnson, who is at ECC. Max Graves, we already talked about. Nick Schultz is a Frontier player. Ryan Voigt, Lancaster. And Matt Carden was Lockport. Yeah, you're right, Lockport. They had Lockport listed on here, but you're correct. I believe that is a Lockport is where he came from.
I want to say Carden, in addition to his... And you know what? Matt Carden came to Battle Creek last year.
Okay.
With the Diesel as an extra pitcher. He got an opportunity to throw in that championship game, actually. But he's also like the all-time leading scorer in Newport hockey history.
Okay. So the South team represents 4 different teams: KC Curve, LDC Edge, Full Circuit, and the Buffalo Chiefs. Mike Heelick, John Wilson, Pat Whelan, Taylor Vogel, Vinny Cianami, Joe Pagano, Nick Barbario, Vinny Stutz, Josh Sheehan, Gavin Borello, Jake Hollins, Drew Podless, Cam Holmes, John Watson, Sam Starker, and Birch Jackson.
Bam Majurio leads off the inning for Team Deb. He grounds out to second base. Alan Manny has 3 ground ball outs in his first 4 batters faced. That'll bring up the top of the order now. Connor Holman, a Will North and NCCC guy, who's playing shortstop. He's shown his range earlier in this game. He's very good defensively, and we know he has some pop in that bat, so interesting to see if he can get back going on today. And I see Chris Guerin is getting ready to go. He wants some action, Tommy. He is not happy with the score on that scoreboard, and he's going to see if he can't chip into that Diesel lead. But Al Manny delivers a strike there, so the count is 1-1, 1 out.
So on here, Heelick is a St. Francis player, Wilson a Lakeshore player. Wilson, if you remember back when we did the all Western New York teams, he was the first team for us.
Yeah. Wrong. Where did he go to college, Tom? He left town, didn't he?
He's at Hilbert is where he is now.
He left,
go ahead.
If I thought he left town for a little while, like he went out of state.
He may have, yeah. It's been a few years.
And his dad, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't he one of the photographers? Help us out with some pictures? The kid from Lakeshore?
I don't remember.
I remember.
Oh, no. Different player.
Okay.
Yep, different player. I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
You got Pat Whalen, who's a Timon player. Vogel, who's St. Francis. You've got Sanami, who is the West Seneca East player. Well, you see that lip having an effect on those ground balls right there. You see they're hopping up right over to the players right there.
There's 6-3 routine there for Wagner and DeMartin. 2 outs now. And that'll bring up Justin Urschel.
And rounded out here, Pagano Depew. You've got Nick Barbario Lancaster, Vinny Stutz Lancaster. You've got Sheehan West Seneca East. And then Borello Hamburg, Jake Collins Orchard Park. And Drew Podless Canisius, Cam Holmes North Tonawanda. That kind of rounds out those teams right there. And who we're going to see represented playing in the game tonight.
There's a foul ball that came back and caught the umpire. And he's taking a few seconds to gather himself. It's always a danger when you're in the umpire's position. A little water will come out for him. Nick Glennie helping out the umpire there, Rick Antonio.
I was waiting for Frank to say, and here comes the water boy now out to...
I didn't say that. It's very rare you see a glass of water in Nick Lenny's hands. I double-checked that bottle. Just kidding. How to be young. Nick played some ball here, did some coaching here.
Yeah, Nick was kind of one of the coaches that was doing recruiting here at ECC at one point.
0-1 count, 2 outs. And that was a little low, so we've got a 1-1 count now to Urschel. No men on. And Team Deb in a 3-0 hole here, bottom of the 5th.
In fact, when my son Jordan went to ECC, we had to make a quick move. It started with Nick, is where all those conversations began.
1-2 count now to Urschel. Alan Manny has a signal, delivers. And it's a chopper to short, but third base is there to grab it. One-handed, down to third. What a play. Great play there by the third baseman, number 23. Oh, I know that wasn't B.J. Stack. So we have a wrong number somewhere. But it was a great play regardless. Max Giordano. Max Giordano. Making it look simple. Team Deb's going to be leading things off here on the top of the 6th. We will bring you all the action in just a few moments. After a word from our sponsors, you're watching Muny AAA Baseball on WNY Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
Welcome back to ECC North Campus for today's Muny AAA game of the week between Team Deb and Diesel. Diesel leading 3-0 here in the top of the sixth. BJ Stack, your batteries facing Austin Mann. And looking at a 1-0 count now is BJ Stack, who scored the game's first run on a pass ball. This one he's going to foul back towards our camera crew. And it falls just to the left of me. Nobody's hurt. BJ Stack played his baseball in high school at Iroquois and then went to Canisius College before teaming up with Rob Leaderson and Paul Wolf on this Diesel team many years ago. Stack looks at a nice outside curveball, just misses the mark for a 2-1 count now, top six.
A little bit of a late break. Did you see how late the break was right there? I think if it broke a little bit earlier, he would have got the call.
And Stack takes his place at first base. Ball 4, that'll bring up the next batter up is number 5, Mark DeLeo, who's reached base safely once today. Time of the Congo is in the batter circle. Getting ready. DeLeo with a runner at first. The leadoff runner reaches first for Diesel. See if DeLeo can't move Stack across. Not much going on in WNY Athletics this particular week. We are going to try and get to Will North on Tuesday for some 7-on-7 action. There's about 10 football teams coming to varsity teams on Will North on Tuesday morning, 9 o'clock. Nothing in stone just yet. We're still waiting for word from Will North to get on campus to be able to do that. So there's no guarantee just yet. That's something we're working on. DeLeo,
so those matchups are as follows.
Shallow center, runs in for it, can't make the catch. Stack in it safely at second. So very shallow hit ball for DeLeo, and he reaches base. It's unfortunate the center fielder could not haul that one in. He's a little shaken up on the play. That's Justin Urschel out there, Tom. Our buddy gave it the old college try to get underneath it and just didn't have enough time to get there.
So you talked about the teams that'll be out there. Pioneer is going to play Health Sciences with the winner playing Star Point. Canisius will be there taking on Fredonia. Orchard Park will be taking on Niagara Wheatfield. And Akron will be taking on Williamsville North. Those are the teams right there to expect to see over at that 7-on-7.
First and second now for Diesel as Tommy Lukongo steps into the batter's box. He's looking at an 0-1 count now. Austin Mann delivers. And that just misses the mark for ball 1. First and second for Team Deb. Clinging to a 3-0 lead here in the top of the sixth. Looking to add to it. Lukongo in the batter's box. Looks at strike 2. That's a ball. It should be a 1-2 count. It is for Lukongo. Looking to get things going today. A little bit of a slow start for the catcher. Austin Mann delivers, and a swing and a miss for Lukongo as he is retired. Not having any of that. Here's Ryan Baruti, who flew out to second base last time up. He has first and second here. Austin Mann's pitched himself out of a couple of jams, Tom, in the last 2 innings. Let's see if he can do that again here.
He used the outside corner very well in that last at bat. You can see the setup right there. See, again, it's all about getting ahead in the count. Anybody that can throw that first pitch strike to get ahead in the count, you are going to be an effective pitcher out there at any level, because what you're doing is you're setting up the opportunity then for your pitch, right? The pitcher's got to look at your pitch instead of the hitter knowing what's going to be coming their way, because you're going to have to throw and deliver a strike.
1-1, 1-2 count now to Ryan Baruti here.
So way ahead in the count, right? 1 and 2. You can look for something that could go high outside of the zone or off speed at this point. Or again, you're going to go to that outside corner. There's the off speed pitch right there. Just misses as you see it drop down into the zone right there, but just misses right here. So now you're good to that 2 and 2. You still have a capability of your pitch. Now I'm thinking outside here, and that's exactly what they were thinking.
Fouled out of play. Still a 2-2 count here to Baruti here. He's 0 for 3 so far today.
Again, same thing. And I think you even got room here, Frank. You can go even a little bit out of the zone. Go out of the zone a little bit on that outside corner. See, there's the outside corner. Now you're going to go, right, deliver a little bit. Just misses the mark, right? You could see as the setup was supposed to be on the outside, comes inside. Now you've got a capability, you've got the opportunity to throw a pitch, but you've got to make sure no matter what it is, it's a strike.
Full count to Brody, man, at first and second.
All right there.
And he looks at that on the inside corner. And Brody, I think he knew that one was there, and it's one he wanted.
And you can see, man, just on the last at bat, missing his marks though a little bit, right? Because you can see we saw there 3 times in a row the setup on the outside of the zone, and you can see him missing inside. He's got to be able to hit that zone, hits those pitches, and there's going to be outs right there for him. And that seems to be the pitch right there that we're seeing the pitchers miss a lot today with, is that higher pitch right up at the letters, a little bit higher than the letters is the pitch that they're missing right at with today.
Dawson Bailey up the bat, 1-0 count. Mann delivers. That's high and a little outside for ball 2. Bailey now is first and second with 2 outs here, top of the 6th. Just joining us, the Diesel have a 3-0 lead. Bailey sends one out to center field. Urschel's on his horse, and left fielder's going to call him off and make the grab for the 3rd out of the top of the 6th. So no hits, no runs. We're going to come back to the team Deb here, bottom of the 6th. We'll be back after word from our sponsors.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach.
Welcome back to ECC North, bottom 6 of today's Muny AAA game of the week between Team Deb and Diesel. Diesel has a 3-0 lead here. Chris Guerin comes to the plate. Manny Almani still on the mound. Last inning, he retired the first 3 and only 3 batters of that inning, so Almani seems to be pretty strong right now and has things going for him pretty well, but he's facing a very tough hitter in Chris Guerin right now. And the count, I believe, is 1-1. Nope, 2-0, excuse me. He's the leadoff hitter for Diesel, all right, for Team Deb here in the bottom of the 6th. And that just, wow. That must have hit the outside corner for strike 1, so we got a 2-1 count here now to Chris Guerin. Looked like almost the same pitch. He couldn't get Guerin to chase that one, though, so now we got a 3-1 count. That falls in there for strike 2. Full count now to Guerin. Stay tuned later today as Tom Prince and Francis and Stu Boyer and Dean Adams will be bringing you the AAA BA All-Star game earlier. There's a play from Giordano from third base. There's Guerin grounds out there. First out of the inning. Comes up Travis Denman. Looking to get things started here for Team Deb as they're in a 3-0 hold here. Down to their final 5 outs. Manny delivers. Ball 1. No major changes in the field for Diesel. Everyone's still in the same position. No substitutions. The only change that was made was the starting pitchers as Layton came out and now Manny came in and he's pitched a gem since he came in here in the, I think it was the 4th inning, top of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th, excuse me.
Hopefully you're enjoying all the different camera angles. This is the first time we've ever done a center field camera. So a total new angle that we've never had here for baseball.
You know, Manny hit the batter, Denman, so Team Deb has a runner on base here for Jesse Zellner. So 1 down and a man on base here for Zellner here in the bottom of the 6th, 1 down. Team Deb down 3-0 here.
Did you hear that one? So Max asked us if anyone's out there still watching out in TV land.
I'm wide awake, Max. That's all that matters. Tom Prince and I aren't going anywhere. Francis is keeping me awake over here. Al Manny has the signal and delivers. Fastball down the middle, but low. Zellner looking at a 2-0 count. That's going to come back to haunt me. Francis over there. Oh, boy.
Francis, anytime that you can get blackboard, right, blackmail material, you got to jump on it.
2 outs for Team Deb. Zellner flies out to right field. Alex Seifert steps into the box now.
So, Max, there are people that are watching. So I did make sure I checked it. There are people out there watching. Because he's coming up next, so we got to get there right now. The crowd. So get your friends out there because Max is up next. Oh, this is a shot.
Sends one out to left field, and that is gone. A 2-run shot for Alex Seifert as Team Deb makes this one interesting. A 2-run shot misses the WNY Athletics mobile by about 30 yards, but it came close. A 2-run shot for Team Deb. The Florida boy comes up to hit a big home run for Team Deb here in the bottom of the 6th. We got a 3-2 baseball game with the captain, Max Zimmerman, coming up to the plate, and
player coach.
Yeah, he could do some damage too. So Team Deb with those rally caps on have themselves trailing Diesel 3-2 now as Zimmerman fouls one back and out of play.
I don't know. I don't see a rally cap on over there, though, Francis. It's quiet over there, too.
Dean Adams had his hat on backwards. It's rarely enough for me. Zimmerman, like that inside pitch, chases it for strike 2. 2 down here, bottom of the 6th. And if you're just joining us, Team Deb, Alex Seifert just hit a 2-run shot. Left center field fence. I'd say it's about 330 out that way. Oh, and he gets a called third strike there. Zimmerman didn't agree with that pitch, but too bad. He is going to have to think about that one. We're moving to the top of the 7th, and we have a brand new baseball game here. As it's 3-2. Deb gets 2 in that. Bottom of the 6th. Tom wants to go to a commercial break. He's getting ready to mute me, so I better let him go to a commercial here. You're watching Muny AAA Baseball on WNY Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one?
Welcome back to ECC North. Top of the 7th inning here. As Team Deb gets 2 in the bottom half of the 6th to get within 1 run. But Diesel, Max Giordano steps in to face Austin Mann for the 2nd time today. And Giordano's looking to, I think he struck out his first time up, or he grounded out.
He
grounded out
singled.
last time up.
His first time up, he singled.
Yeah, last time up, though, he grounded out. So he's looking to get back into it here. Now here's a ground ball up the middle, a chopper, and Giordano couldn't get there in time. So a 6-3 routine ground ball play there as Giordano is out at first. And that'll bring up Matt Wiedelspach. With 1 out here in the top of the 7th.
Don't worry, we're gonna get Frank some Red Bull and 5-hour energies here after this one.
I did notice Mario took a couple of steps off the that thing you got out there he's standing on.
He texted me.
Oh, he was texting you?
Yes. No. He had to change the battery.
Oh, is that what it was? All right. I wanted to make sure he was doing okay out there. I mean, he's in the heat. He's really in the heat. We got this
and not only that, he's wearing all black too. You know what I mean?
Poor guy. All right. 0-1 count to Wiedelspach. Now it's an 0-2 after he fouls that one back. Jasinski's running after that foul ball, picks it up, goes back to the batter's on-deck circle to work on those cuts. Austin Mann delivers, and Wiedelspach fouls that one back and out of play down the right field line.
Got a little boy, you don't hear that much, right? I think we're going to see a new pitcher maybe going in for the bottom of the 7th out there for Muny as they're warming someone up.
Really? For Diesel?
Yeah. Can't see who it is, but they're obviously warming somebody up.
I see Alemany out there. Wiedelspach grounds went down to first. Will that go out of play? Yes, it does. So look at another redo there. It's a 2-2 count with 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Spock takes a slow walk back to the batter's box. Regain his composure. 2-2 count, 1 down. Austin Mann's pitched pretty well since coming in, Tom, I got to say.
Even the
Manny,
pitcher who led off for Team Deb pitched a great game. It was one inning that he really struggled in and still only gave up 2 runs in that inning that he struggled in.
Yeah, it was just control he had struggled. They weren't hitting him. They were just...
It was, I want to say there was 3 walks in that inning.
Yeah. Full count now to Wiedelsbach. Chases 1 for strike 3. And that'll bring up Nick Jasinski with 2 outs. Is it 1 out or 2 outs?
2 outs.
Yeah, 2 outs. I'm telling you, that's got to be Galeni on the scoreboard. And facing Jasinski here in the top of the 7th. Jasinski's 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 today. I never got that pen to keep track.
That's on you, Francis. That's on you. I gotta give it. He said it too many times. I gotta give you. I gotta give him on that one. That's where you pull off the picture right now, right? You pull off the picture for the black belt.
Jasinski thought about that one, but doesn't chase after it. So it's a 1-1 count here now. The Global Wine and Spirits Player of the Game, Nick Jasinski. Wow. Strike 3 to Jasinski. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Team Deb trails Diesel 3-2. They're down to their final 3 outs. Coming up in a moment, you're watching Muny AAA Baseball on WNY Athletics.
Sometimes it just isn't your day. We all need a little help from time to time. That's why we're committed to providing safe, quick, and cost-effective care. And we keep it simple. Just walk in. We're here for you. Learn more today.
With exclusive buyer insights and our 100% money-back guarantee, we're confident we'll find buyers for your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For all your insurance questions, call the Wolf at 835-WOLF.
Welcome back to ECC North for the bottom of the 7th in our Muny AAA Game of the Week here. Frank Wolf, Tom Prince, Francis Beck, and Mario Hall on your broadcast today, and a bunch of stationary cameras. We got 4 different camera angles going today of this great game. Turned out to be on a great sunny afternoon here in Amherst, New York on the campus of ECC North. Bottom of the 7th, Matt Francis comes up to plate for Deb. They trail Diesel 3-2. They had a 2-run shot last inning by Alex Seifert to narrow the gap, make it a 1-run game. And we have a new pitcher in for Diesel as Max Giordano goes from 3rd to the mound. And I'm trying to see, it looks like DeLeo was moved to 3rd. And I can't quite make out who's at 2nd. Could be Baruti. It's number 6. 2-1 count now. To Francis.
Nice spot right there on the outside corner. Giordano gets the call there, so he's got that 2-2. You got right now your advantage goes to Giordano, looking for the corner. Just misses right there. Was off though. It definitely was off. You could see where the catcher's glove comes out into our view, but absolutely. I like though the thought of going right there to the outside corner and actually going off the plate, seeing if you can get him to reach.
Full count, and that hit him, Tom, on the left elbow there. So Team Deb has a base runner. We have a new hitter coming in for Team Deb. That's number 32, Parker Murray from RPI. Another one of Zim's henchmen from Will North gets a shot at it with a runner on first. I wonder if they will pinch run Francis here. Doesn't look like they are. So Deb gets a runner on here on the bottom of the 7th, trailing the Diesel 3-2. Zimmerman throws the first pitch strike, and that one just hit outside for ball 1. So a 1-1 count here. I thought that hit the corner, Tom. But
You could see I'm literally sitting right on the plate. It is off the plate a little bit. It really is.
1-2 count, fastball. A little too much there for Murray. 1-2 count. One man on at first base. No outs here. Bottom 7. And that's outside for ball 2. This game turned out to living up to the hype here today, Tom.
This is what you always want to do, is come and see a good game, and it's exactly what we've seen today. Good pitching, timely hitting.
That's fouled and out of play. Behind the fence, first baseman couldn't make a play on it. 2-2 count to Parker Murray. The leadoff hitter's on first. And Matt Francis, he was hit by pitch. This is Giordano's. Just came in to take over for Manny Elamani, who did very well.
And even if he didn't hit by pitch, well, it was a ball 4 pitch anyway. Either way, he was going to first base on that pitch.
That one hits the outside corner for strike 3. And Zimmerman retires the batter there. And that brings up Bam Ruggiero.
And Frank, that one was dead on the corner. That was a great pitch by Giordano right there.
So Team Deb still has that runner on first, but with 1 out now. Giordano looking for a ground ball here. Double play opportunity with Bam Ruggiero, who's had a couple of ground outs already in this game.
So actually, are you surprised really there wasn't a bunt right there to try to get that runner into scoring position, right? Even though you brought in a pinch hitter, right? Try to bunt him over, get that runner into scoring position. You got a runner at second base with 1 out at least. Anything happens, and with a base hit, you get 2 shots at it.
So here we are on the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 count to Bam Ruggiero. 1 down. And that was inside. Almost close enough to hit him. But it's a 2-1 count now. Giordano checks the runner at first. 2-2 count now to Ruggiero.
So we'll see where he goes right there. We've seen, if you look at what we've seen so far, Giordano likes that outside corner. Does he go to the outside corner right here in this pitch?
Fouls that one off. It was inside corner. Bam Ruggiero, of course, his uncle is Ricky. Helps Chris Guerin out at Williamsville East.
You actually saw it was an in by pitch, but if you actually look at Lacongo behind the plate, he went out to the outside corner. I think it was just a missed spot right there. See? He's going to the outside corner. That's it right there. Perfect pitch.
Good sportsmanship there by Lacongo and Ruggiero as they got tangled up. But that's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Connor Holman, with the man on first. And Tom, This is the guy you like to see in this spot right now.
Their job right now was to get one runner on minimum, get to the top of the order so you can make something happen with your best hitters right now. You've gotten that opportunity. Now let's see what happens.
Giordano, first pitch fastball for strike one. 2 away here. Team Deb down to their final out. Trailing Diesel 3-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Everyone's up. Holman is your leadoff hitter. Urschel's in the batter circle. Looking to have another shot at this. Giordano gets the pitch he likes. That's just falls in there for strike 2. Looked like it was a little low there, but we now have a 1-2 count here on Holman. Giordano kicks in and delivers, and that's strike 3. Check swing. Looks like he went all the way, Tom, and this one is over. As Team Diesel hangs on to win today, 3-2 over Team Deb. And Max Zimmerman is letting Antonio have it, because I don't like the way this one ended. But either way, this one is over. It's in the record books. Tommy, what'd you like about today's game?
It was, like we said, a guy coming in the middle of this inning, right? It was a very well-pitched game by both sides. Timely hitting happened, or the opportunities happened more for Diesel with that one extra run. If you think about that pass ball in the early on in the game is really the difference in their game right now. That's the run that crosses the plate first and is also the difference in this game. But like the way Team Deb stays in this, battles back. Nice 2-run homer right there. We saw it all in this game, but great one and a big win here for Diesel.
So that'll do it here from ECC North. And a well-fought baseball game on a beautiful summer, sunny day here in July. Stay tuned on WNY Athletics later today, as we will bring you the AAA BA All-Star Game. Tom Prince, Stu Boyer, Dean Adams, Mario Hall, Francis Beck, all on that call later today from Canisius College. So that'll do it for today's game. For Francis Beck and Mario Hall and my good friend Tom Prince working with me today, I'm Frank Wolf, WNY Athletics. Thank you very much for enjoying us. Have a good night, everybody.